welcome to Boss Girl Budgets. Today I'm doing the smallest cash stuffing in the world. You may have noticed last week I didn't do a cash stuffing. That is because we basically decided that while we were in Italy, converting euros to pounds was a bit too difficult, so we decided to use our travel card. So I didn't do a cash stuffing last week, but we had a great time in Italy, a little bit too much fun, so that is why I've only got a little bit. I've got £45 here that I'm going to chuck in the folder, but I just thought I'd go through with you guys what we're up to, where we're at with our budget, and yeah, let's get into it. So once again, I am holding my phone. I don't have a phone holder with me, so it might be a little bit wobbly. I apologize for that. But basically, just have a look in here. We are, as you can see, back in the UK. I am in the Cotswolds, which is so nice. So transport, let's get into transport. So this was probably one of the biggest expenses while we were in Italy, because we went from the Rome airport to Rome Central. That cost us around about $100 to get there on the train. Then we bought a 3-day pass, which was about $30 each. This is Australian dollars, by the way, so about $30 each to get a 7-day pass. It was a 7-day pass, not a 3-day pass, sorry. A 7-day pass, so that meant we could use the bus, the trams, the trains within Rome for the entire week that we were there, which was very handy. I highly recommend it. Then after that, we obviously had to get from Rome to Florence, so that was another big cost on that train. We didn't do a pass because Florence is pretty easy to walk around everywhere, so we didn't get a pass there. Then we went from Florence to Venice, which again was another $100 odd to get there, which we were not anticipating this. I did look this up before I left. It seemed a bit cheaper, but then once we were there, it was just too difficult. I don't know what I was looking at online, but it definitely wasn't what I thought it was. So we did end up spending quite a bit of transport money, pretty much the whole amount while we were over there. So that did take up quite a chunk of our money. So transport, we have got, I've got the original, if you've been following along, you already know this, but I have got the original 20, 40, 60, 80 pounds in there, so I've kept that in there. We will end up using it. At the moment I've got a car rental, so we'll be using it when we go for a couple of trips into London, but other than that, that should be enough. Groceries now. Groceries was pretty on budget as far as groceries went for while we were in Italy. Rome and Florence, we have an Airbnb, so we used the grocery money for that. But we did quite a lot of eating out just because it's just that place. Like, you just want to eat out. It was just amazing. So groceries money, I did put enough in there budget-wise, but we did eat out quite a bit. So groceries money, I have nothing left in this one, but I am going to put this entire £45 in here. I have got until, it's Monday today, I've got till Friday. This has got to cover me for groceries until Friday. So I'm going to pop that in there. That should cover it. We're in an Airbnb at the moment, so we should be okay, but fingers crossed. Car juice. I obviously didn't use car juice money while I was away because we were using transport money. I have got £100 in here, which we put away before we went to Italy, which is good because we now need it because we're doing quite a lot of driving. But I didn't stuff this while I was away. I used it for, obviously, the transport money. So we didn't stuff this one at all while we were away. So that's pretty much what we had before I went. So we're just going to keep using that. We picked up our car yesterday and it was a full tank. So we probably won't need to put anything in until next week. So that is good. Miscellaneous I obviously used. It mostly went to coffees. It also went to things like the bathroom fees. So we had to pay every now and then we had to do a public bathroom, which meant sometimes it was €1 and sometimes it was €1.50, which works out to be about $3 Australian. So that's what that got used for. We didn't have a lot in there, but that is now empty. So we have no miscellaneous money this week. Same with activities. I flew through activities money in Italy. I think the first 3 weeks that we were in the UK, because I was with my family most of the time, we did quite a lot of things with them. And because we've been to London before, we'd already done quite a lot of that kind of stuff. So we didn't use as much activity money, but being in Italy, we used a lot of activity money. We did like boat tours, which cost quite a bit. We did a couple of tours. We did a few. We did the Colosseum. So the Colosseum cost me quite a bit because the Colosseum, I couldn't get tickets normally. They were all sold out. So we had to go through a guide, which was more expensive. But then we also chose to do the underground of the Colosseum. So that was very expensive. So we ended up spending, I think it was about $300 Australian, which if you look at my activities budget is $345. So that one activity took almost my entire week's worth of budget just in that one. But we were willing to do that because it was a once in a lifetime kind of thing. So we don't have any activities money for this week, but being back in the UK in the Cotswolds is pretty much nature. So we'll be doing more of that than activities. So that is good. We don't have any activities money. Coffee, I obviously spent. It didn't take very long to go through that money. So there is nothing left in that one. And we are back in an Airbnb, so I am making my own coffees with the groceries money. So that is good. And wine and dine. Guys, we chew through this so quickly, more than I anticipated. So I didn't budget enough for wine and dine. So that is where the extra activities money went. That kind of thing. We also used our own spending money for some of the wine and dine. I didn't think we would, but we totally did. So it was more like drinks out, and you kind of like, you finish a day and you're just tired, and there's like little bars everywhere. So we would stop at a bar, have a drink. By the time you've done that a few times, it's expensive. Also, when we were in Venice, we were there for 4 days and we were in a hotel. So there was no kettle, there was no microwave, no nothing. So we had to eat out. So that was quite a bit. We didn't really go over budget. We didn't go over budget in the entire week is what I'm trying to say. So that is good. I am happy about that. But just for the rest of this week, we literally only have that groceries money to spend. But that's okay. I think we'll get through it. And then on Friday, I will have next week's money. And that is why I'm really happy that we did it this way. Sorry. Because by doing it this way and planning it in advance and having a weekly budget, it's really given us a better holiday because I don't really have to think about it. I did suffer when we were in Italy because I wasn't using cash because we were using the card. Guys, I am pretty sure this cash stopping thing is the key, because when I've got this in my hand and I've got the cash, I'm so much better at managing my money. But that week and a half that we were using the card, I could not keep it together. So yeah, that is a huge reason of why I do this method, and why I hope that it inspires you guys to do the method, because I wouldn't be having this holiday if it wasn't for this. So that week was a bit scary, but we got through it, and I just have to get through this week with this little bit of money, and then we're back on schedule. So that will be good for next week, because we've still got 4 weeks to go. But so far so good. I just thought I'd give you guys a little catch up on where we're at. I hope you're all doing really well over there, wherever you are, and I hope you all have an amazing week. I will be doing a launch in October for physical products in my store, so keep an eye out, because my store will be back. There will be new products, and I'm pretty excited. I have been working on some stuff while I'm over here. I know you guys have told me not to work when I'm on holiday, but I just can't help it. So yeah, I hope you're all good. Leave me a comment down below, let me know what you guys are up to, and I will see you all next week for a proper cash stopping. Bye!